Vaults with Bashir is an animated documentary about Ari Folman, the director, rediscovering what role he played during the Lebanese war. He barely remembers anything about the war. As he talks to old friends who were with him during the war, he starts remembering, but not everything. His mind deleted the war's memories. For example, his friend guarantees that they were together when they shot a kid with an RPG. He can't remember the kid, but he remembers the leaves on the trees. Vaults with Bashir is a movie about remembering the past. Right at the beginning, a psychologist uses an experiment to illustrate how memories can mix with fiction. A group of people was shown 10 different childhood images. 9 were really from their childhood, but 1 was fake. Their portrait was pasted into an amusement park they never visited. 80% recognized themselves. They recognized the fake photo as real. They remembered a completely fabricated experience. Memory is dynamic. If some details are missing, memory fills the holes with things that never happened. Many scenes in the movie are hallucinations. The whole film feels like a mix between hallucination and real memories. We dive into the memories not only of the director, Ari Folman, but also into the memories of other soldiers. It's an anti-war movie. It doesn't depict stories of honor or bravery. In Folman's words, war has no glory, no glamour, no bravery, no brotherhood of men, nothing. Every character in the film was impacted by their experience in the war in a negative way. Some lost the self-image they had of themselves, others carry guilty. The road to rediscover the past can be hard and tricky. What are the real memories? What is fiction? Ari Folman has this vivid memory of being on a beach, but his friend insists that they never were on that beach. Folman's memory is about the night of the Sabra and Shatila massacres. To understand what were the massacres, we need to quickly review the Lebanese Civil War previous to 1982. After the Arab-Israeli War in 1948, Lebanon became home of thousands of Palestinian refugees. It's estimated that by 1975, there were about 300,000 Palestinian refugees in Lebanon, mainly in the south. On the border, there had been repeated aggression between the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, and Israel. There were many other groups besides PLO, such as the Socialist Jews Militia, the secular groups, and the Christian Militia, also known as the Phalange. In 1975, battles between the PLO and the Christian militias divided Beirut in two. The militias usurped many functions of the state. The civil war would last until 1990. In 1982, Israel decided to interfere in the war and invaded Lebanon. They intended to install a pro-Israel Christian government led by Bashir Gemayel. But on the 14th of December, Bashir was assassinated. As an act of revenge on the nights of the 16th and the 17th of September, a Phalange militia killed more than 3,000 Palestinian and Lebanese Shiite civilians in the Sabra neighborhood and the adjacent Shatila refugee camp in Beirut. The Israeli forces did not take part in the massacre, not directly. The Israeli army surrounded Sabra and Shatila and stationed troops at the exits of the area to prevent camp residents from leaving. Ari Folman remembers firing illuminating flares one night. This was requested by the Phalangists. Folman feels guilty. He was passive before a genocide, impossible not to draw parallels with the Holocaust, and the film does address this. Rediscovering the past can be a difficult journey, but beyond memory and fiction there is the truth, the raw truth. Only in the end you understand why Folman chose to do an animation. The animation style is inspired by the works of the cartoonist Joe Sacco, famous among other works for his non-fiction graphic novel Palestine. Animations are lighter than real footage. You can more easily blend in illusions and hallucinations. Also, the animation softens the violence. But the truth is that thousands were killed. It's not a false memory, it's not a hallucination. By using animations during almost the entire movie, the real footage feels more real. It gives it its proper weight, the weight of reality.
I don't know what anti-Zionist is, but I am a very left-wing liberal in terms of what I think about should be done in order to prevent the next war.
Is there any answer that, is there anything to do other than just deal with everything that comes by each time?
If there is anything they do, they don't do anything yet to prevent the next war. But this has been going on for so many years. This is old news.
But do you think there are things they could be doing that would
What do you
be?
mean? Nothing has been done. A lot of things
Right.
can be done. Just give up. Give up the land. I mean, give up. Give the other rights, the other side the rights, that are legitimate rights to live their life in freedom, and please try to negotiate.